Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called on online content creators to create jobs for others, saying, "The digital media is now a central driver of economic growth," while emphasizing that the youths are no longer waiting to be invited into the future, that they are already building the future. Details of the president's statement as made available in a news release signed by the presidential spokesperson, Bayo Onanuga, on Friday reads verbatim below. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Friday called on young Nigerians active in the digital media space to harness their platforms as instruments of national progress. He urged them to build businesses that create employment, produce content that reflects unifying values, and serve as positive catalysts for societal development. He emphasized the critical importance of verifying information before amplifying it. At the opening of the Progressives Digital Media Summit, themed, "Unveiling the Critical Role of New Media in National Development," President Tinubu said, "Your generation has recognized this moment. You are using digital tools to innovate, educate, and demand accountability. But as your influence grows, so must our collective sense of purpose and responsibility. I urge you to continue using digital platforms to advance our nation's progress. Build businesses that employ others. Create content that uplifts and unites. Use your influence to foster unity, not division." He commended the creativity and resilience of Nigeria's youth as he described digital media as a driving force of economic and social transformation. "It is no longer merely an accessory to life," he said. "From developing innovative platforms to building vibrant online communities, you are demonstrating the determination that is redefining what is possible for this country. You are not waiting for the future, you are building it." Digital media is now a central driver of economic growth, civic engagement, and social change. It broadens representation for those previously unheard. The president said his administration is committed to supporting digital innovation through the National Digital Innovation Fund and policies that promote a thriving startup ecosystem. However, he warned practitioners to remain vigilant against disinformation and cyber threats. Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Bajabiamila, praised digital media practitioners who have consistently stood up for Nigeria and projected the nation positively on the global stage. "You are the vanguard of a reborn Nigeria, determined to reach for the stars." Under President Tinubu's leadership, our nation has begun its long-delayed march toward greatness. "The road may be challenging, but it is necessary," he stated. In a goodwill message, the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, highlighted the significance of the summit. He noted that lessons from recent elections in countries like the US and Germany underscore how digital media have become crucial battlegrounds, beyond mere entertainment, for shaping poll outcomes. However, social media is not a fair battleground. As a public square, it is often chaotic and unregulated. Users frequently disregard rules. Divisive content. In line with the requirements of the ceasefire deal reached on Monday night in Malaysia, the military commanders in the three areas along the Thailand-Cambodia border have met on Tuesday, with a resolution that both sides will halt the movements of troops and enforce the ceasefire agreement while waiting till August 4, 2025 for the outcome of the General Border Committee (GBC) meeting to be held, before they will know the next line of action to be taken, which could be to evacuate troops out of the area or continue the war based on the aftermath of the GBC meeting agreed to be hosted by Cambodia next week Monday. The ceasefire mediator, who is the ASEAN chair and Malaysia Prime Minister, Anwar Ibrahim, who is currently in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia for ASEAN meeting, said in a post via his personal verified X social media account on Tuesday that, as the ASEAN chair, Malaysia has emerged to lead efforts in reconciling Cambodia and Thailand, two neighboring countries that were nearly drawn into a more devastating conflict, adding, "With the active involvement of China and the United States, we successfully achieved an immediate and unconditional ceasefire agreements. This is proof that diplomacy must guide our efforts to realize peace and resolute leadership," while stating in his earlier post after the ceasefire agreement was reached, that the ceasefire agreement is a concrete proof of the strength of ASEAN diplomacy, rooted in consensus, negotiation, and humanitarian principles. The Office of the Prime Minister of Malaysia, in a press statement published on its website, stated that, "On behalf of the Malaysian government and ASEAN, I must express my deep appreciation and gratitude to both my close friends and associates, the Prime Minister of Cambodia, Samdech Hun Mane, and the Acting Prime Minister of Thailand, Phumtham Wechayoi, for not only being present, gracious enough to participate in very frank discussions, very passionate about securing peace, and due to their efforts and participation, we have seen very positive developmental results that would all go well for Cambodia and Thailand and for ASEAN." The government of Malaysia, Cambodia and Thailand issue this joint press release following the special meeting chaired, hosted and witnessed by Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim in Putrajaya and participated by Cambodia's Prime Minister Samdech Mohabawatibadai Hun Mane and Thailand's Acting Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayoi, and co-organized by the United States of America with the active participation of the People's Republic of China, to promote a peaceful resolution to the ongoing situation. PM Hun Mane and Acting PM Phumtham Wechayoi have expressed the positions and willingness for immediate ceasefire and return to normalcy. The United States President, Donald J. Trump, has been in contact with the leaders of both countries, urging the leaders to find peaceful solution to the conflict. The Chinese side has kept close contact with Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, and relevant countries, to actively promote dialogue, ceasefire, and restoring peace. The presence and collaboration of all parties underscore a shared commitment to peace, dialogue, and regional stability. Both Cambodia and Thailand reached a common understanding, as follows: an immediate and unconditional ceasefire, with effect. Nigeria on Monday staged an uncommon welcoming ceremony to appreciate and celebrate the country women football team, who may be apparently correct to be described as winning queens of Africa, as they landed at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja after the Super Falcons of Nigeria defeated the host Lionesses of Morocco by 3-2 in a breathtaking and thrilling final football match held in Rabat, the capital city of Morocco, on Saturday, marking the 10th triumph of the Super Falcons on the continental stage after the previous triumphs in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON, consecutively in 1998, 2000, 2002, 2004, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2016, 2018 and recently for the 2024 Africa Continental Women Tournaments. Many top government officials, most especially governors and ministers like the Governors of Kaduna, Uba Sani, Governor of Kwara, AbdulRahman, AbdulRazaq and Imho State, Hope Uzodimma, gathered for hours at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, waiting the Super Queens of Africa to arrive, and after welcoming the women football icons home, the governors led the amazing stars of Africa to the West Africa country's presidential villa known as Aso Rock, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu conferred on the 24 Super Falcons football players and the 11-member technical team the National Honors Awards of Officer of the Order of Niger, OON, and gifted them houses each in Abuja with $100,000 each for the 24 women players, which total sum is approximately equivalent to 3.6 billion nairas based on 1,500 nairas exchange rate to a dollar, pegged by the president for the 2025 financial year in the country. And in addition, the president gifted the 11-member technical team of the Super Falcons $50,000 each, which approximately represent a total of 825 million nairas, bringing the total cash gift to 4,425 million nairas. During the presentation, President Bola Ahmed said he never wanted to watch the match because he did not want to have high blood pressure, adding that the Super Falcons kept him hungrier, as his wife, the First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, was at the kitchen preparing his food while watching the match, emphasizing the First Lady almost abandoned his dinner because of the football match, and the Super Falcons on Monday could be seen singing, praising and dancing with the First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, by thus reversing the negativity of the popular viral song of "Na Your Mama Be This" to "Na Our Mama Be This." To accept the First Lady as the mother of all in the nation, which could be recalled that, earlier in the year, specifically, in the month of March, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, was at the Dome Event Center in Asaba in Delta State as part of her Renewed Hope Initiative project, and during her visit, a video clip of Nigeria nursing students rejecting the First Lady as the mother of all in the nation went viral and became a popular song that was remixed by many to their desired tastes and lyrics. After the viral clip showed the event's master of ceremony,
WAFCON bringing you the news in a more digital way.